I love Evergoods products, and if you have watched my previous reviews, then you know that I recommend most of them. But this one, yeah, it's just not for me. So this is the Evergoods Element Drop-In, or short EDI. This is a somewhat envelope-styled pouch that is also waterproof. Usually I don't like calling something waterproof because if there are any seams or some tiny gaps, there's always the possibility that water can get inside eventually. For instance, if you are not with a pouch but with a backpack, for instance, if you are on a highway on a motorcycle and you get into rain, the wind will push water through seams or tiny gaps eventually. However, this EDI pouch is made out of a custom developed solution dyed 420D nylon 6, and it's not stitched, but they used some form of RF welding and bonding, making this have no seams at all. So everything is welded on the points where the panels or the sheets of fabric actually meet. There is a YKK zipper that is also water resistant, and water will have a hard time getting in here. So this is supposedly a very good pouch to store documents, maybe a passport, but supposedly on their website you can actually also store a camera, but I will get to that in a second. So as I said, this shape kind of resembles an envelope, and therefore it is rather flat, making packing some of the wider items a little bit more difficult. And due to the overall shape of it, it is fairly easy to pack because it is somewhat resemblance of not only an envelope but also kind of like a tablet. You can fit an 11-inch iPad in here. I do not have an 11-inch iPad, so I can't really test it, but let me just show you what I packed inside and where this item, I'm having trouble actually utilizing this. It is very well made. I love this construction. The fabric is great. This RF welded and bonding is amazing, and I do like that you can actually use this for protecting important documents or your passport from the elements. And I can see this being a good addition for your travel bag. Nevertheless, I have trouble really using this. But that being said, I'm kind of getting giddy just knowing that this kind of construction, this kind of fabric will be used, or hopefully will be used, in other items of Evergoods product line. Maybe something that is constructed like this and resembles the Evergoods Cap 2 liters tech pouch. That would be amazing, and I can see that that would be very beneficial for my workflow or my loadout. So let's get into this. The zipper has an amazing zipper pull. So what did I pack inside? I packed a couple of flat SSDs, really important, and I will explain in a second why I say flat. So these are some small SSDs. Then I have, again, charger from, I'm not sure how you say it, AOHI. It has 2 USB-C ports and 1 USB-A port. It's again charger, so it's an amazing item to charge all of your devices. Then I have this new SharGeek USB-C hard drive, or it's an enclosure for an NVMe SSD. And this is also something that I'm currently testing, but I do love a lot because it has this little fan. And then I have a small little power bank that is also useful to charge my Samsung Watch 4, a Moleskine notebook for my work notes, a pencil, and then my journal, which is a Leuchtturm DIN A5 notebook. And those are the items that I have been storing inside the Evergoods EDI. And as you can see, these are all fairly small and flat items. Because as you can see here, you don't have that much organization. You have this floating divider in here, so it can move around and therefore kind of changes the width of either this compartment or the other. And in the middle, you have 3 drop-in slots to organize some small items like your pen, or as you can see here, the small charger that I put in here. But other than that, you have not that much organization. And if I store my small SSD in the other slot, that's all fine and good. And those items will be, stored and kept in place in that area. However, all of the other items that I put inside here in the bigger slots, for instance, like that is all good. But when I load this in my backpack, everything just slides to one side and therefore kind of bulks up down here. And everything is kind of, out of whack and makes this area a little bit thicker. And I don't like that. Obviously, it's totally fine. It's not a big deal. But for me, this doesn't make sense then. I'd rather have something that potentially is a little bit more bulkier, but everything is organized and kept in a place, even if I shake around that pouch. And the benefit of this being slim is negligible, or you can kind of, disregard that benefit of it being flat when all of the items that are inside will just, bulk up one side as soon as you kind of load it in. So if there would be some more organization, like these slots, to keep them in place and therefore utilize the whole area of this, no matter how much you shake it or no matter in what orientation you slot it in your backpack, then I think this would be a little bit more useful for my personal loadout. But since everything just slides to one area because it's not able to stay in place, you see this, everything just will slide to one side, bulk up, and it's then not again that flat. You have a lot of space in here. It is advertised on Evergoods product page, and yes, you can. This is the Lumix GX85. It's a fairly small camera. It's a micro four thirds camera, so it's not big. You can, air quotes, fit it inside the Evergoods element drop-in. However, it's then again getting very bulky. See that? You can fit it inside, no problems. And again, this is a micro four thirds camera, so a small camera. It fits, but it bulks up all of the pouch. It's not padded, so the camera is not even protected. And this bulks up and it's not that nice anymore. And I feel like the benefit of this being very slim and very packable, you can kind of disregard it as soon as you pack thicker items. Yes, the camera is now water protected, and that's obviously great if you get into a rainstorm. But I do feel like then I would rather have this in a protective pouch and then drop it into a dry sack if I should get into heavy rain. And I would probably not use the element drop-in pouch for my camera. This just doesn't make sense, for me at least. Again, you can fit it inside, but I would not use this for that. Then another example, let's say you just want to pack some tech items. Then you have this Logitech MX Master 3 mouse. It fits inside, but also it will just slide to the bottom depending on how many other items you have in here. But still, this gets so thick and bulky that you can use it for that, but I don't feel this is very useful. So to keep the pouch slim and somewhat for what it is designed, I feel that you can only, or I personally would only utilize it for notebooks. But then again, you can just drop this into your backpack if you want, and you don't necessarily need this pouch. And for smaller items, for a couple of smaller items, because you don't have that many slots to kind of keep them in place, put them in here, maybe also the SSDs, the charger, and yeah, have all of those items in here, but still have to kind of, in air quotes, fear that all of the items just slide around, bunch up at the bottom, and then it wouldn't be that nice. Still, with those items, it's not that thick, but it's just not for me. It's a great pouch, but I don't really feel this is the perfect solution for my personal loadout. I rather would have something a little bit more bulkier that keeps everything in place, a little bit better organized, maybe protected. Obviously, as soon as something is padded and protects your items inside, the pouch will get thicker. So you kind of need to think about that. But if I had to choose between this and maybe the Civic Access pouch, 1 or 2, I would rather take those instead of this if it came down to organize my stuff. And if I would know that I would get into a situation where there's heavy rain, I rather pack a dry sack to put all of the pouches into that dry sack and protect those items from rain. This is great in theory, but it's just not for me. If you don't mind all of the items sliding around, bulking up in one side and getting thicker, and you just want something to keep some items in one place, plus having the benefit of it protecting those items from rain, this could be great. This could be for you. But for me, not so much. I don't really see this in my loadout in the future. That being said, the construction is great. I love this material. I love the RF welding, and I'm really looking forward to see how Evergoods will utilize this kind of production style and this construction style in their future products. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what they will make with this kind of welding and this kind of fabric. This could be very exciting for the future of Evergoods, in my humble opinion. Looking forward to it. And what do you think about this element drop-in? Yay, nay? If you already bought this and you are using this, please let me know. What's your loadout? How do you utilize this pouch? What kind of items do you put inside? Or if you are going to consider to order this, by the way, if you want to order this, there will be an affiliate link in the description below. With that, you won't pay more, but you will support the channel with a small kickback of that sale. So if you consider ordering this, let me know, how do you want to utilize this? Again, great construction, great for some people probably and some specific items, but it's not for me. So yeah, if you have any more questions, comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, click the like button. And please feel free to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell icon so you won't miss next videos. Also check out my Instagram, second channel and podcast at You Know The Bow. Stay safe and healthy everyone, and I see you in the next videos. Thank you very much.